For the First Nations peoples of the Pilbara, today was one to celebrate. Not because of a new policy, but a new dialysis facility that will keep more people on country.
This is where I belong, because being a stolen generation, I'll come full circle and I'll come back home to live and die.
This West Australian community knows all too well the persistent health problems Indigenous Australians face, including shorter life expectancy. After years of negotiation, on the other side of the country, the Prime Minister laid out the nation's overhauled Closing the Gap plan.
This is not something the Commonwealth can even pretend to think it can do alone. It must be done together.
It will involve transforming the way in which government agencies at every level, including local government, work with Indigenous Australians.
The new strategy increases the targets from 7 to 16, making way for new goals around justice, housing, out-of-home care and land rights, as well as suicide prevention and family violence. But more work is needed to define these two goals. Old education and employment targets have been modified, while the goal to close the gap in life expectancy remains. The Indigenous infant mortality target has been scrapped in favour of a focus on baby birth weights.
The National Agreement may not include everything our people want or need to make lasting change to our lives, but this is a huge step forward.
It's definitely a very missed opportunity, particularly when we're looking at ever-increasing rates of incarceration.
The first Closing the Gap plan was handed down in 2008, but in 12 years it failed to deliver meaningful change. While this new strategy is even more ambitious, there's optimism it might work because of the involvement of Aboriginal leaders and state governments.
I have to be really honest, in some states and territories we may not be able to achieve the target because we're starting at different base rates.
In 2031, the test will be whether Indigenous Australians are leading healthier, happier lives on country. Isabella Higgins, ABC News.